The Lost World, Episode 1, in which I am sent to South America, and in which Professor Challenger makes a sensation. By Arthur Conan Doyle, gently adapted. Before we embark on our adventure, let us first prepare our minds and bodies. Take a moment to settle in. Allow the world around you to soften. Feel the gentle support beneath you. And together, we'll breathe in calmness and breathe out all tension. Let us begin. Close your eyes. Rest your hands lightly on your thighs or on your chest. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale fully through your mouth for 6 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel your shoulders drop, your jaw unclench, your brow soften. One last time, inhale, and as you exhale, let go of all tension. You are calm. You are present. You are ready. Chapter 1. A Reporter's Restlessness. I never imagined that my life as a daily newspaper reporter in London would lead me to the most astonishing adventure of all time. For years, I had sat behind my desk at the Daily Gazette, translating the world's events into headlines and paragraphs, political squabbles, minor crimes, occasional court trials, never daring to imagine myself at the center of history. Every morning, I'd ride the rattling underground to Fleet Street, pocketing my notebook and fountain pen, heart half filled with routine, half filled with a nameless longing. My editor, a stout man with a bushy moustache, would shout over the roar of the press, "Malone! Copy on the minister's speech, yesterday's council meeting, and aim for something salacious tonight." I complied, scribbling away beneath the harsh gaslight of the office, while outside London thrummed in gaslit splendor. But by night, as I walked the lamplit streets home, I felt the weight of unspent ambition. I was engaged to the sweetest, most patient young lady, Myra Arundel, who believed in me with a faith I scarcely understood. Yet whenever I broached the subject of a career beyond reporting the mayor's latest proclamation, she'd smile and say, "Edward, I love you for who you are, not for what you do." Her kindness soothed me, yet also stirred a quiet desperation. I longed to prove I could be someone worthy of not just headlines, but of lasting renown. And then, one evening as I closed my notebook, a chance fell into my lap. My editor passed me a small off-print of Nature, the latest scientific journal, marked with a red pencil. Inside was an article by the notorious Professor George Challenger, demanding that the world believe in living dinosaurs upon a remote South American plateau. The headline on Nature's front page read, "Professor Challenger, Witness to Living Dinosaurs." I stared at the words, heart pounding. Dinosaurs? Alive today? It sounded preposterous. I took the off-print home and read by candlelight in my modest flat near Chancery Lane. Challenger's prose was wild, brash, and insistent. I here present evidence that creatures extinct for 60 million years yet walk this earth. My word is my bond. I have seen them with mine own eyes in the heart of South America. I laughed aloud. An outlandish claim. But beneath my mirth lay a spark of excitement. A real scoop, beyond diplomatic banter, beyond society notes. A story that might change everything. Yet I lacked the resources, the reputation, the safety of a byline in nature. Professor Challenger was notoriously irascible. No chance he'd converse with a humble cub reporter. Still, I knew that if I dared to approach him, to hear his story in person, I might seize the opportunity that had eluded my pen till now. Chapter 2. A Visit to the Professor. Within days, I found myself standing before the tall iron gates of Professor Challenger's residence, an imposing house in Torrington Square, Bloomsbury. The facade was lined with Victorian pillars, the windows glowing behind heavy drapes. A brass plaque read, George Edmund Challenger, D.C., F.R.S. My heart thundered as I rang the bell. Moments later, a burly footman ushered me into a grand reception room, its walls crowded with paintings, fossils, framed diplomas, and beasts' trophies, jaguar skins, boar heads, elephant tusks. In the center sat Professor Challenger himself, short, corpulent, with hair like a white storm, and eyes that blazed with fierce intelligence. He fixed me with a gaze that felt like an X-ray. "You are Malone the reporter," he boomed. "You come to mock me, eh? To debunk my claim of living dinosaurs? Out with it." I swallowed, keeping my voice steady. "Professor, I come to learn the truth. Your statement in Nature has caused a sensation. I wish to hear your evidence for my readers and for myself." He leaned forward, nostrils flaring, and I thought, a volcano might feel less intense. After a long pause, he burst into a thunderous laugh. "By Jove, you have courage or folly in equal measure. Very well. In 2 days' time, you will see proof beyond question. But be warned. If you fail to believe, I will never grant you another word." I nodded, relief and resolve flooding me. I spent the next 48 hours in feverish anticipation, filing a preliminary article while I waited for the summons. In that time, I visited the British Museum's natural history exhibits, skeletons of iguanodons and megalosaurus, and imagined them alive, roaming beneath sun-bleached leaves. At precisely the appointed hour, I returned to Challenger's study. He strode in, arms waving, followed by a small circle of witnesses. Lord John Roxton, an adventurer with a hawk-like face. Professor Summerlee, Challenger's rival and the most skeptical man I've ever known. And a silent foreign stranger, whose eyes held stories of unknown lands. Challenger slammed a bundle of glass slides onto the table. "See here? Footprints as large as a dinner plate, found on the plateau of the Mato Grosso." He flicked on a miniature lantern, illuminating sketches of 3-toed tracks, photographs of fossilized plants, and a fragment of petrified leaf. Summerlee leaned forward, squinting. "The footprints may be of some undiscovered mammal," he suggested calmly. Challenger snorted in contempt. "Mammals don't leave feet like these, man. These are the marks of a creature older than man himself. Dinosaurs! Roxton, eyes alight, turned to me. Malone, you're coming with us. We depart for South America next week. Challenger demands impartial witnesses, and I demand an intrepid reporter. My pulse raced. Here was my chance. My one shot at a story that could shatter the boundaries of human knowledge. I accept, I said, voice ringing with excitement I hardly contained. Challenger rose, thumping the table. So be it. You shall see wonders beneath the sun. Our first chapter has come to an end. Before you drift off, let us once more settle our minds and bodies. Take a moment to acknowledge the journey so far. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, and prepare to let gentle breaths carry you into rest. Inhale softly through your nose for 4 counts. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale fully through your mouth for 6 counts. Again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you breathe, imagine the soft glow of Challenger's lantern. Feel the anticipation of the adventure ahead. Let your thoughts drift like leaves on a gentle stream. And when you're ready, surrender to sleep's embrace. Good night, dear traveler, until episode 2, where our voyage truly begins.